Hello, welcome back to Unrest Digest. I hope you're enjoying the shorts. A little bit of wholesome content to bring some smiles to your depressing day. Anyway, back to the unrest that's going on in the world. Small little story here, and the laptop was just closed. Owners of Britain's wonkiest pub hired digger used to demolish it days before fire. That's a bit of a coincidence, isn't it? AT Contracting rented the vehicle from plant hire firm before major blaze being treated by police as arson hit historic building. So basically, if you don't know, and I didn't know until this, they had this really old historic pub. So it was a house that was clearly the foundations had sunk, so it was a bit like that. And they didn't quite explain this very well in the videos that I saw, but after putting two and two together, basically when you go into a pub and you've got the bar there, and you get your drinks and that, you could put a penny on it, or a marble, sorry. It would roll up to the bar. I think actually this does ring a bell. I think I've heard of some similar places like that. It's probably not uncommon for places to be a little bit wonky, especially in older pubs. And yeah, it's a little bit of a tourist attraction if you're in the area. Not very well known, I don't think. Maybe I'm wrong. And it recently got bought out by a, if I get this right, a private recycling centre that sort of shared some land with it, or at least some conjoining land anyway, And so they bought it out, and so people were worried about what was going to happen to this historic building, whether it was going to be reused, repurposed, or what was going to happen, because it's part of the community, one of these kind of style buildings. And then it caught fire. Just that happens. Things happen. The buildings just caught fire. I mean, personally, if I had a pub that was like that, like a Leaning Tower of Pisa, imagine the Leaning Tower of Pisa caught fire. It would be a bit odd. Everyone's like, I thought it was going to fall over, to be honest. I didn't think it was going to catch fire. But yeah, and then conveniently, who turned up? The demolition people, just on standby, just in case a wonkiest building that's leaning catches fire, just in case. They're there to knock it down. So to continue reading this, try the Telegraph free for 1 month. No, no, I'm not going to do that. Bear with me. The new owners of Crooked, let me type it in again. Sorry, I'm gonna have to go to another. I'm not refilming this again. We're 2.5 minutes in, and this is like the 4th take I've done now. So Crooked House fire at wonkiest pub treated as arson. There we go. I will put a picture of the Crooked House as it was before the accident in the thumbnail, so you can see what it looks like. A fire which ripped through a landmark pub says before it was unexpectedly demolished is being treated as arson, police say. Some kids arson around. The Crooked House in Dudley in the back country caught fire on Saturday night, and it was then bulldozed on Monday, prompting anger from local residents. Yeah, it's just convenient, wasn't it? They say, sorry, it's on my head. The pub, once Britain's wonkiest, was sold by Marston's last month. Did we measure that? Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I've been pretty wonky walking out of some pubs, but Staffordshire police said on Wednesday investigation were continuing, but the blaze was being treated as suspicious. Wonder why. What's suspicious, eh? APC? In a statement, the force said our investigation into a fire at the Crooked House on Himley Road last Saturday continues. We're trying to understand circumstances between our treating as arson. I heard they were having police dogs who were down there who were trained to smell 9 different types of what's that word in the burning chemicals. So I didn't know they did that. So right, yeah, that's some of my plans out the window anyway. Yeah, so no, don't commit insurance fraud if that's indeed what they were doing, or even don't burn down your house if you just want to make way for something else. Don't destroy artifacts. Don't destroy monuments. Just don't blow things up in general. Please don't set fires. Just be careful. Don't play with fires. How did the PSA go? Don't play with matches. That was it. Yeah. In a statement, the force said, I already read that, I think. South Staffordshire Council said it had not agreed to the total destruction of the site and was investigating whether the demolition of the 18th century building was unlawful. So they permitted only so I thought the word then. It said had been permitted only part. Oh my god! It said it had been permitted only part of the building to be demolished for safety reasons. Okay. Actually, hang on. So maybe that's why the demolition was there, because they were there to destroy like you know, the garage or something. That's quite misleading. So safety and the matter had been referred to as legal team with a view to take enforcement action. So then you could say, oh yeah, but they clearly wanted to demolish the whole thing. But yeah, but there's no evidence of that. And if they had a demolition crew in the area ready to demolish half of it, as they'd agreed to, then it could very well just be a, you know, just coincidence. I don't know why they demolished the house anyway. You could have just rebuilt it. I don't know how it was. The BBC has attempted to contact the new owners, ATE Farms from Warwickshire. Flames ripped through the 18th century building on Saturday night. Property was built. I mean, if I was going to like commit like that kind of fraud, and I wouldn't do it on a Saturday night. It was a bit. Oh no, I suppose you could say it's arson. Then couldn't you say it was kids? Oh yeah, I'll stop playing my hair. The property was built in 1765 as a farmhouse, but due to mining in the area during the early 19th century, one of the building began to sink, causing its distinct sloping appearance. Oh, okay. Its notoriety, including an illusion of coins and marbles appearing to roll uphill along the bar, attracted visitors and customers from far and wide before the pub closed and was put on the market in March. Yeah, has that anything to do with the COVID? Because a lot of like small pubs closed, and it's a real big shame to be honest. But up to 35 items were called to him in the area on Saturday evening after the building was spotted alight. But however, firefighters said they were hampered by mounds of soil prohibiting access to the lane the pub was on. Oh yeah, the road was blocked. Ooh, okay, so I've got my suspicion lights back on again. Red flags indeed. The crooked house was still standing after the fire on Saturday, but what remained in the building had been deemed unsafe. The fire service have said. So did they agree with the demolishing of it? Because it still looks pretty well intact, if you ask me. I don't know if you can see this, but looks like a building still to me. I don't know why they have to demolish that. Why should I be abused for 90 minutes? What weird ads are going on here? Sorry. Within 48 hours, it reduced a pile of rubbish, which led to locals coming to visit the remains and show their support. A bit of a memorial, I guess. Andy Street, the mayor of West Midlands, has called for it to be rebuilt brick by brick by boring brick. And I don't blame them. They should rebuild it, whoever it is. I think it should be rebuilt anyway. I don't care. Who did it? If they can't figure it out, it just has to be done. Who's going to pay for it? I don't know. Maybe the community will come together if they can't find blame. Other local politicians, including MP Sir Gavin Williamson and Jane Stevenson, were among those who called for a full inquiry. Dudley MP Marco Longhi said earlier this week, on Wednesday, he'd written to police to clarify details about the demolition process and added that a lack of information from authorities had raised animosity in the local community. Former landlords Tom and Laura Cotton, who ran and lived the pub for more than 2 years, were among hundreds of people who said they were angry and upset by what had happened. They visited the site on Tuesday and had one last drink in the rubble. It's quite sad, to be honest. Both senses of the word. It was the focal point of the community and brought so many people here to the community because people had come from all over the world just to have a look at the marble run up the hill. As Cat said, I really doubt that they came just for that. If they did, then fair play. But I reckon they just happened to be from out of town and all around the world and just happened to be in a nice little village in England and thought, oh, let's go check out that pub I've heard the locals talking about. I don't think people from all the way from, say, Bolivia just thought, yeah, I'm going to go have a look, see the rolling marble going up the bar. But maybe they did. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I shouldn't have. That appears to be the end of our marble story today. But if you like that comment video. If you like that video, please like, comment, share, subscribe. You can check out the Rumble channel. I'm not uploading there at the moment. I've just had to delete it to make room for this video on my phone. But please enjoy the shorts anyway. A little bit of wholesome content. Nothing wrong with that anyway. So yeah, please subscribe. Cheers. Thanks, guys.